Okay, let's see what the Six of Swords, Six of Wands coming up. Page of Wands. Okay, need more information. I think you guys are definitely going about, communicating very healthily, or could probably be healthier considering that the Knight of Swords is there. But we gonna keep moving. Um, Communication is there. I think you guys just need a little more, need more time to understand each other, understand what each other thinks. Need more time. Some of you guys, I think both of you guys may be feeling that, like you guys need to take it a little slower. Some of you guys may be ready to commit right now, but the thing is, the whole matter of the Six of Wands coming up in the underlying energies is that you are proud about where you've come, how far you've come. You're right. There's a lot of confidence in both parties, and that confidence is attractive, right? That's what both of you. I feel like you guys are both seeing each other's confidence, come out of each other, come out of your own self, because of not just being in this, or just finding somebody that you can connect with, or um or really spending the time necessary to really get to understand it and get to know each other and finding each other. That's a good thing to be proud of, finding success. But also in your individual processes, right? In your individual lives, you guys are very proud about how far you've come and how much you've grown in your individual development. So that's awesome. I see a lot of independence from both sides. I just feel like when it comes to Six of Wands, though, definitely get a feeling that, there's a lot of pride there. Okay. But there's nothing to be ashamed of. I think a lot of you guys are happy with the attention as well that you're getting. Because, I think it's like somebody that honestly sees you for who you are, and that feels really fucking good. Or at least this person puts you on a pretty high pedestal. Not in like an inappropriate, like, I worship you kind of way, but they really shower you with respect and admiration, and that's nice. And I think you do the same thing for the other person. Leos, you have the biggest hearts. You're very proud of your partners. There's not ever anyone in your life that you're not really proud of, or else they're out. Okay, you're very proud of the person that you're with, so that's also another thing that I feel is coming up for y'all too. So let's get started with this. We're gonna start with this person on the side here, but really fast. For those of you that have Gemini moons, I do apologize that my nails are not done. I know I should have done it. I wanted to get these videos out though. I'm prioritizing my stuff, but anyway. So hopefully you guys don't hate me for that. So for my space here with the Three of Cups for this person here, because I usually start with my right, then we move on to the left. So this side here with the Three of Cups, this person is definitely enjoying the connection, definitely enjoying the time spent with this in the relationship. They're mingling, they're getting, they're having fun, they're connecting. Like, there is a friendship kind of energy here. Like, I think this person is definitely, not friend zoning it, but like, they're enjoying the company. I don't want to straight up say that this person thinks that this relationship is definitely in the friend zone. However, this doesn't necessarily cancel it out, and actually kind of goes along in that favor. So if you've been feeling like the person that you're dealing with is like, oh yeah, we're cool and stuff, in the sense of friendship, you may be on something here, because the Queen of Pentacles is showing up in the present. Because someone is very focused on money, focused on work, focusing on stabilizing their lives, being consistent in their routines and their and how they're going about their lives. They may not be looking at situations from a very romantic point of view. The Queen of Pentacles, yes, she's intimate, she's very tangible, she's all about the tangible. She's, it can indicate some of that intimacy, but I'm not really, I don't want to just completely say, hey, no, this person doesn't think that you're just friends, they want to connect. No, I think this person may be a friend that you're connecting with very, very well, and they can still be your soulmate. They don't have to be a romantic soulmate. They could just be a friendship soulmate, or soulmate that helps you, to open you up even to relationships. Now, at the same time, with the Six of Wands coming up, maybe this person's in your life right now, or maybe this is you guys seeing this person as just a friend, because this is also encouraging you to open your horizons up a little more, to introduce more people, to eventually find somebody that does match your energy, that does, that can be, you can commit to. However, that doesn't always mean that's all you're looking for. That doesn't always mean that this person is all they see. I do feel like there's a ton of enjoyment when you guys do spend time. This person does enjoy the relationship. They do have fun with it. They do feel like they can be themselves. Now, the other person, however, showing the Nine of Swords, on the other hand, That's a little interesting to me. And the reason why it's interesting is because with the Six of Wands here, like I said, there's a lot of confidence coming up. Maybe just for one person, because this person's stressing the hell out, right? Now, I think the reason why this person's stressing out is because, well, as you can see with the Six of Cups being in their, their body, they're definitely showing that they are anxious about getting back together with somebody from the past, or having a relationship or potential for happiness in a situation that they may not have had full happiness in the first place, or in the past, previous. So previous and past are the same thing. I understand. But yeah, I think the person's stressed out because this is reminding them of a time when they were when they were the most happiest. Not with someone else. I don't think they're seeing this relationship as like, oh my god, you're like my ex. But more like they never thought that they could have something like this again. Kind of get the sense that this person is stressing out and worried that they may lose this, that something bad may happen, because usually the Nine of Swords is a very pessimistic energy. It's an energy that really, when somebody has doubts, worries, anxieties, they have, it's coming from a very, dark place. It's coming from a place when they, of loss, of experience, of things that they've gone through that really was not ideal. Okay, so this person is having some serious problems sleeping as well, but I think the person is very ultimately they're not stressed that this relationship exists, but I think that they're stressed out because they're happy again. This reminds them of a time when they were happy, and they haven't probably felt this way in quite a long time. I think they've been looking for it, and they've been very skeptical of it, and the fact that they even let their heart out like this has really stressed them the hell out even further. Okay. Because the Six of Cups is all about, just feeling, it's nostalgia. Yes, it's the past, it's reminiscing, but it's also remembering a time of which you were happiest. And it's also bringing out, the energy of youth. So, like, youthful energy, right? So, this person may be feeling like, like a new individual, like how they used to. This person, there may be an age difference here, but I also kind of get this feeling, like this vibe, that this person is brought back to a time when they feel a lot more energetic, a lot more playful. Like they're being sent back to a time when they were, not just only happy, but they were full of life. So this person is definitely I can understand stressing out about this, especially considering that this is probably something that they've been wanting for a long time. Okay, they've been wanting this for a long time. Now, the other person, like I was saying before, with the Queen of Pentacles coming up in that energy in the person's other person's presentation or their body placement, definitely working hard. Now, I think it's also, this person also knows their worth and knows their, what they, not only what they want, but knowing what they're willing to do to put the work into something that they see great value in. And I feel like the person with the Queen of Pentacles, he or she will not involve themselves in a situation that they don't feel like is equal or even more of their own value, if that makes sense. You know what I mean? This person is very busy. Typically, when I see the Queen of Pentacles, I see busyness, someone that works very often, but they also take care of themselves. They're very good at nurturing and taking care of people around them. They're very supportive and loving. They show, they're very grounding for themselves, and that branches out to other people. But I kind of get the sense that this person's engaging with this relationship because they see value in this. Because they see value in it. That's why they are enjoying themselves. That's why they really feel a connection. Maybe not necessarily like a romantic connection, but they really do feel this, this connection is something very worth getting involved in, and worth engaging in, and worth working on. Okay, because the Queen of Pentacles, like I said, she sees value in something, she will work to make it grow and to raise, nurture it, and yes, raise the plant to be whatever it is, or raise the relationship to the highest vibration it could possibly go. She will nurture it and take time for it. She will take her time with it. That being said, there is the understanding of why the Knight of Swords is the challenge, as well as what brought you two together. There's a lot of passion. You can feel it. The Eight of Wands, that to me is the arrows of love as well. But for those of you that, like I said, just trying to, like, this is just friendships. This is like things moving very fast. You gotta click in really well. But at the same time, things are moving very quickly. A lot of opinions are being put up. And that may be the problem, right? A lot of people have their own little opinions. And that's kind of like, wow, okay, you believe that. Okay, I believe this. Can we really work together? Can we really see how things work if I believe this and you believe that? And of course, but it all depends on whether or not that person's opinion does weigh a factor in the relationship, which is why this person probably is feeling stressed out. Because however they see things is the way they see things, and it either is reminding them of a time when they have communicated their truth, and that may not have gone so well. Okay, so with that being said, I kind of get the sense that, you know, just the situation all in all, everybody's trying to get to understand each other, but they're also being, there's a lot of emotions tied to this. There's a lot of feeling behind it. I think everybody's really, really drawn to each other, but that kind of feelings makes things kind of progress a lot faster than I think probably both parties are comfortable with. I think both parties are like, okay, I really do like this person. I know I deserve love. I know, but I still feel like we need to take it slow. I still feel like we're not quite in that situation where we should be kind of, taking that step, if that makes sense, So, that being said, looking at the spiritual plane, looking at the spiritual energy here, we have here for this person the Wheel of Fortune, which indicates oh my goodness, I don't know what's going on my computer, it's crazy. But which is a second chance, a second opportunity, a second time around, right? The reason why this person is the Queen of Pentacles and the Three of Cups is because this is their opportunity to do something differently. I think this is very similar to them when it comes to reminding them of a time of which they were, happy when they were in a relationship with somebody or whatever. But I feel like this is them seeing the opportunity to succeed, to go out and do something differently than they had done before. So they're taking their time with it, or they're knowing their worth, they know their value. They're taking it a little slower, taking their time, really getting to understand each other, being very intimate with the understanding of one another, but they're also enjoying the connection. They're not trying to look for a straight out serious relationship. They're truly enjoying each other's company and trying to get that understanding. Same with this person here with the Page of Pentacles, I feel. Looking really closely at the details, taking a slow time, but they're also very committed to trying to see and to figure out what it is that they need, whatever they can, whatever they need to, I guess, whatever information they need to kind of move forward. If you get what I'm saying, this person is taking it slow as well. The reason why this person is stressed out, the reason why the person has the Six of Pentacles in their present, or Six of Cups rather in their present, is because the Page of Pentacles, which really means that they're taking, they really see the value. Now, at the same time, this person also can maybe feeling really stressed out because the Page of Pentacles is usually someone that's offering something that they believe is not probably enough. Usually the Page of Pentacles is something that, yes, it's something of value, but compared to the Queen of Pentacles here, when it comes up in the same reading like this, I kind of feel like, especially when it comes about the other person, they're stressed out. This person may not believe that they have enough to give to the other person, so they're giving their all to it. So, I think that's also another thing why they're stressed out, is because they don't feel like they're giving what they believe is equal value to the person that's, of like the belief that, that they believe is in higher value. They feel like, there's an opportunity where this is just temporary. They are worried that there may be temporary, this is a temporary pleasure. This is a temporary time of when they can, prove themselves, and, it's like a small window to really show that they are worth investing time and effort into. But then I don't think they realize that, this person is already kind of taking the initiative to enjoy the time. Now, but at the same time, kind of get the sense that this person kind of knows their value, knows that this person can't really give what they believe they deserve, so they're kind of taking it light and fluffy. Well, this other person wants to be serious, right? Their whole intention is to be serious because it does remind them of a time when they were happiest. They're happy with themselves. Or they're happiest when they're with you because they like the version that they thought they can never return to. So it's kind of like that. There's something going on with that, but that's maybe not resonate with everybody there. Okay, so let's take a look at the Power to Surrender cards. I always mess this up. Let's look at the Power of Surrender cards here. Next time that kind of happens where I can't put the card into the deck, I'm gonna take it. Okay. And you have surrender. Your fear of intimacy. Oh my Lord Jesus. Oh my God. Family. Oh, I can't deal with y'all. Y'all make me so crazy sometimes. No, I'm just kidding. But seriously, holy shit. Surrender your fear of intimacy. You are ready to let love in. Compassionately identify and begin to release any patterns that stop you from opening your heart. Oh my gosh. Things are moving fast, but there's some resistance. You're fighting back. This person may be trying to put things in the friend zone, but there's an opportunity to take more on. The person's stressed out because they know this is a feeling that they haven't felt in a very long time, or in a time where or maybe they feel like this happiness was something they would never be able to feel again. Well, boom, it happened again. The problem really ain't anything to do with moving too fast. Now, I thought it was, but it may be that you're moving too fast towards being intimate because you guys don't feel like you're ready. And you guys are proud because that's a way that you show off, show your strength, show what, you don't show weakness. But when you puff out your chest and have the sword out, that means you're trying to protect something. Of course. Right? I'm confident, I'm me, but don't touch me. And it's usually because there's some things that you're trying to avoid, or maybe you're trying to hold back from before you really know the real truth about everyone else's intentions. So Leos, intimacy is the big deal. That's no wonder worth waiting for. You deserve love, soulmates. You got great cards here. Why is this not being taken advantage of? So much passion, so much energy, and yet everybody's holding back. This person especially. This person's like, oh, yeah, we're just friends. We're just chilling. There's more to the story. Y'all you're catching some feels. This person's here is catching feels. This person's already caught them damn feels. They're back to love, okay? They're back in love. It's all about just going with it now. Just go with it. If it's natural, don't force it. But if it's natural, ain't nothing wrong with it, right, family?